Today's video, I'm going to vote for the 2021 Major League Baseball All Star Game for the second time today, actually. My first video did not want to save, so we're filming for a second time. So yeah, that's why the video's out a little later than usual. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video with my 2021 MLB All Star Game predictions. But before I get into this video, 88% of you that watch these videos are not subscribed. So get your life together. Hit that subscribe button, turn notifications, and leave a like on this video. Subscribe, turn notifications, and leave a like. And let's go ahead and get into this video. So, first baseman's here. In the American League, Jose Abreu has to be an honorable mention. He had a great month of May, but the MVP favorite for the American League has to be here, and that is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. of the Toronto Blue Jays. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has been exceptional this year. 335 batting average, 17 home runs, 45 RBIs, and over 1,000 OPS. He has been so good this year and much improved from his 2020 season. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr., if he keeps up this pace, he will definitely win AL MVP, in my opinion. So, let's go ahead and move on to the National League first baseman. I am under the opinion that I don't really think that Freddie Freeman's that deserving. You look at what you expect for Freddie Freeman here. You expect a high batting average, 280s, 290s, 300. He's not giving that this year, 229 batting average. 12 home runs, the pop's still there. But still, 807 OPS too, that's just not that great. One of the best first basemen as well. Arguably the second best. Paul Goldschmidt's having a down season as well. 242 batting average, 7 home runs, 29 RBIs. Rhys Hoskins is having a great year for the Phillies, though 270 batting average, 12 home runs, and 34 RBIs. But he's not exactly who I think I'm going to give it to here. Anthony Rizzo is another player that's having a down season. I'm going to give it to Max Muncy here. Max Muncy has had a much improved campaign so far from his 2020 season. He was so bad in 2020, and he is very good in 2021. No disrespect to Rhys Hoskins there, but I think that I'm going to give it to Max Muncy. Moving on to we're going to start in the National League for the second baseman. This player, I think, is pretty obvious here. He's been great this season. Jumping Neal's obviously not going to be it. Ozzie Albies is an honorable mention here. I'm going to go with Ryan McMahon of the Colorado Rockies. You would not expect a bad team like the Colorado Rockies to get a starter on the All-Star team, but they do because Ryan McMahon's been so good this season. 259 batting average, 13 home runs, 32 RBIs, and 820 OPS. He has been very solid this year. He's a player that's always had a ton of power, but is really translating into a very good player this year. And maybe he is dealt at the 2021 Major League Baseball deadline. Let's go ahead and move on to the American League second baseman. Nick Solak is an honorable mention here, but I don't think I'm going to give it to him because I think this is clear and obvious who should get this award at second base. DJ LeMahieu's been terrible this year, 259 batting average, 3 home runs, 14 RBIs. Maybe we're starting to see why the Yankees underpaid for him this offseason. Jose Altuve's been good this year. I'm not even going to lie. As much as people hate him, he's been good this year. They can't even deny that. 302 batting average, 8 home runs, 24 RBIs. But it's obvious here. Another Blue Jays player, Marcus Semien. Marcus Semien has been so good this year. I think he's in for a huge payday next offseason. I think a team will want to pay him a huge amount of money considering how good he's been, and especially after a bounce-back season. Moving on to third basemen in the we'll go to the National League. Nolan Arenado has to be an honorable mention, if not the player here, because he's got a 276 batting average, 11 home runs, and 36 RBIs. And he really is doing a lot better than I thought he would in his first season in St. Louis. I thought it was going to be a lot different for him this year, but he has adopted very well, and that's what I like to see from Nolan Arenado. But this is plain and obvious here. I don't even think I need to scroll down much more. Evan Longoria, I'd like to shout him out too because he's been good. Austin Riley, another player that I could see some people voting for, but realistically they're stupid if they vote for him. Chris Bryant's the obvious choice here. Chris Bryant has been so good, and I think he's a favorite for the National League and MVP. I did my front runners for Major League Baseball awards a couple days ago, so make sure to check out that video. Now we got to the American League third baseman. Rafael Devers is a very interesting player here. He had a down 2020 season filled with injuries for him, but his 2021 campaign has been very good so far. 278 batting average, 14 home runs, 43 RBIs. Very good this year. Alex Bregman's been good as well. 296 batting average, 6 home runs, 29 RBIs. Anthony Rendon's been disappointing. I think I might make a video later about, or That's a good video idea right there that I just came up with about Anthony Rendon. Anthony Rendon, we're gonna make a video about Anthony Rendon sometime. Give me 1 second. But Anthony Rendon, yeah, we're gonna talk about him because um we'll talk about him sometime in the near future on the channel. But Anthony Rendon's obviously not it. Kyle Seager's been solid, but still not deserving. Jose Ramirez is who I'm going with. I know the other honorable mention would be Rafael Devers, but here's the thing. I think that Jose Ramirez is more deserving, considering the fact that he's carrying a whole offense basically in Cleveland. The Cleveland offense is horrible, and he's basically carrying that offense. Shortstop in the National League here. Javier Baez has been good this year. His batting average is still low with a 255 batting average, but he's still got a lot of power this year. 14 home runs, 38 RBIs. Francisco Lindor has been terrible. Corey Seager has not been very solid either. He's got I think he's got a broken hand right now. Trevor Story's not been that great either. Dansby Swanson has not been great either. I'm giving it to El Nino, Fernando Tatis Jr. Fernando Tatis Jr. has been great this year. It's like COVID even made him stronger this year because he has been so good after coming back from the COVID IL. 293 batting average this year, 16 home runs, 37 RBIs, and over 1,000 OPS. He's been so good this year. Now moving on to the American League, and it's between Bo Bichette or Xander Bogaerts. I can't give 3 spots to the Blue Jays. As good as the Blue Jays infielders have been this year, I'm giving this one to Xander Bogaerts. I know his defense is horrible at a prime position in shortstop. I still can't take too much account into that just because he's so good from the offensive end. Catcher here. I'm going to start in the American League because the American League, honestly, is pretty boring. I'm giving it to Salvador Perez. Salvador Perez has great power along with calling a great game behind the plate. Exactly what I want in a catcher, basically. Moving on to the National League. The National League catchers have not been great besides Buster Posey. JT Realmuto has been injured for some points this year, but it's Buster Posey. He has been so good this year and a lot better than anybody can say they expected. 10 home runs, 21 RBIs, and 315 batting average this year. He has been so good. Next, moving on to the outfielders. We'll start in the National League. Ronald Acuna Jr. has to get a spot here. He's one of the favorites for National League MVP as well. Nick Castellanos of the Reds is going to get one as well because he's very deserving. 361 batting average, crazy. 12 home runs and 31 RBIs. And actually, I'm going to give it to a teammate of his for the third spot in the outfield, Jesse Winker. Jesse Winker, as soon as I can find him. Right there. Jesse Winker. I'm a big fan of Jesse Winker. 341 batting average, 13 home runs, 29 RBIs. Has a beautiful left-handed swing and is a very good player. In the American League, Mike Trout will not get the All Star Game. I think that might be making some history right there. As many years as he has made it, but he has been injured this year. Judge is going to get a spot in right field in my team. He's very deserving, and he's basically carrying this Yankees offense this year. Mitch Haniger is going to get one too. He's been so good this year. 264 batting average, 14 home runs, 36 RBIs. He's been very good this year. Randall Grichuk has actually been very good this year. But Adolis Garcia is going to get the third spot. Adolis Garcia has been so good this year, and he will get that spot. Next, the designated hitters. I know a lot of people are going to argue for Nelson Cruz. I know a lot of people are going to argue for JD Martinez. A lot of people might even argue for Yervin Mercedes or Austin Meadows. I'm not giving it to any of them. Shohei Ohtani is who's getting my award. Shohei Ohtani has done more than these designated hitters. He may only be a designated hitter on the hitting side, but he's pitching too, which none of the other DHs can say. Shohei Ohtani is my pick for the DH for the American League. Now let's go ahead and review my picks. In the American League first baseman, let's just go ahead and go through my American League team. I've got Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Marcus Semien, Jose Ramirez, Xander Bogaerts, Salvador Perez, Adolis Garcia, Mitch Haniger, Aaron Judge, and Shohei Ohtani. We didn't do the bench players because you can't do this, but nobody really cares, honestly. But in the National League, we've got Max Muncy, Ryan McMahon, Chris Bryant, Fernando Tatis Jr., Buster Posey, Ronald Acuna, Nick Castellanos, Jesse Winker. And yeah, we didn't get to pick the starting pitchers, which kind of doesn't make any sense, but whatever. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, like I said, leave a like, subscribe, and turn notifications because 88% of you that watch these videos are not subscribed. So get your life together. Hit that subscribe button, turn notifications, and leave a like. Thank you for watching, and peace.